Why, hello, you amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another Taylor Swift Friday. How are all of you doing? A happy new year to all of you. I hope you had the best freaking New Year's celebrations ever. So, I have actually received a recommendation for a mini documentary that is actually on YouTube on Entertainment Tonight, and it's supposed to be pretty incredible. And this is something that I feel like a lot of Swifties haven't seen before. I'm not expecting this video to do too well, because when a lot of Swifties haven't seen a video, they don't usually click on the video. So I'm guessing people are going to see this title and just not watch it, which is a shame, because I really love watching things that I just don't know, that I haven't heard of, I don't know, I have no experience with, and this is one of those. This is Entertainment Tonight's Taylor Swift's rise to global superstardom, or just superstar. The Unseen Interviews E.T. Vault Unlocked. And again, like I said, I had never heard of this until recently when I asked a lot of you to give me documentary recommendations, and a load of people were saying, this is a real hidden gem. And this one is just I'm gonna have to blur it, because it's on Entertainment Tonight's channel. So I'll put the unblurred reaction on Patreon. If you want to follow the Patreon, it's $1 a month. You get access to all the unblurred VODs, all the unblurred reactions. You can get access to DMs and all sorts of stuff, and it's just $1 a month. But yeah, I am very excited to check this one out. I've heard it's a hidden gem. I've heard it's pretty incredible. So I think let's just jump straight into this one. And if you have any more documentary recommendations or Taylor Swift Friday recommendations, things you'd like to see on these Friday slots, put them down below in that comment section. Please press the like button and subscribe to support this channel. And let's jump into my first time ever reaction. Also, by the way, there's another one called Dare to Dream, which I think we might check out. Let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Taylor Swift's rise to global superstar.
Tonight,
It's me.
hi E.T. Taylor Swift, all her eras as seen by E.T.
I'm so excited. How did this happen? How did my life get this awesome?
We opened the E.T. vault to
love
reveal never-before-seen interviews.
How do you just contain yourself?
From her country singer start
This song I wrote in 15 minutes.
to securing her status as a global superstar.
It's been a long time coming back.
It makes me want to raise the bar on the music.
Give me a moment. That that is a real weak spot for me. The Eras opening is like game over for me. I need to completely recompose and move on. All right, here we go.
I'm making.
How Taylor found her voice along the way, changing the music business forever.
Music is the way that complex emotions become
Oh,
more
she's
simple.
just so
Plus,
fucking
stories behind her
awesome.
biggest hits.
You know what? That didn't work out, but it was worth something.
On set of her acting roles,
I got killed.
I got killed.
inside her relationship with unexpected love, Travis Kelce.
By the way, this is only 5 months old, so this is quite recent.
Never say never to anything when it comes to love.
What's next, and how she's really just getting started.
How lucky am
I'm
I?
so excited for
Entertainment
this.
Tonight presents E.T. Vault.
I'm so
Unlocked.
excited. This is gonna be
Taylor
amazing.
Swift.
Maximalism. It's just a lot of a lot.
We're celebrating all things Miss Americana. Welcome everyone to Entertainment Tonight. We're unlocking Taylor's
Stop
trajectory
playing the-
from her fearless start.
I can't be
to
watching that in the
current
background right now.
era.
Are you ready for it? It's a love story.
She's just the best.
I'm never, ever, ever. I shake it off. I shake it off.
I write songs about my feelings. Like, that's my job.
Me.
Code Red in aisle 4. We've got Cameron.
I can't actually believe that, a year and a half ago, I was just like, man, there's no way in hell I would ever listen to Taylor Swift. Are you kidding me? Me? Listen to Taylor Swift? Here we are a year and a half later. And I'm obsessed with her as is healthy. You know? I fucking love her. I think she is just incredible. Just an incredible freaking human being and role model for the world.
E.T., you have the exclusive. You have everything everyone wants.
Sure, we all know Taylor can write a hit song. She's been doing it consistently for almost 20 years. We also know she's an expert storyteller who started out country
Here's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar.
and
Do I know this
swiftly
song?
conquered the pop and indie rock charts just because she could.
Because she could.
Another thing we know, she's a pro at reinventing herself
And her
while
next-
still
her next
staying
album-
true to who she is.
Her next album I have heard is with Brazilian metal band Sepultura, and it would be Taylor Swift's first ever heavy metal album where she screams. Anyone surprised? No? Didn't think so.
At the end of the day, yeah, you have a career, yeah, you're in headlines, whatever. You're living a life. And I live in a world where my grandkids are gonna get to Google what I wore today. You gotta live a life. You gotta live a life you're gonna be proud of.
But did you know she's the first musician to hit billionaire status solely on the earnings of her songs and performances? No side hustles. And she's basically broken every other record in the book.
Really?
Yes.
How'd I do that?
Well, let's just say it took a lot of hard work and a very clear vision.
We can leave the Christmas lights up till January. This is our place. We made the
Oh, it's not house, it's place.
I wouldn't
Such
want
an
to do
idiot.
this if I didn't have 100% control over what I wear, what my message is, what my lyrics are, what songs I sing on stage, the set list, the flow of the show.
That was like 9 years ago.
I wouldn't
10
want to do
years
this
ago
if
now.
if it was up to somebody
Damn.
else to decide that, because if we succeeded and we had an amazing tour, it would be somebody else's vision that got us there, and if it failed, I'd be really mad. I'd be like, why didn't you let me make those choices?
So let's break it down by the numbers, starting with Taylor's newest release.
I always say this, one of the best things, and it's a weird one, but one of the best things is like if you know you're the only one holding yourself back. Because then the sky is the limit. If you can just get over that hurdle and that bump, the sky is the limit. There's a lot of people that I work with in this industry and in this community who I try and help, not Swifties, but in like the YouTube scene, who I really try and help and really try and motivate and really try and grow. And I can think of 3 people right now in my head who could be very successful, 4 actually, but they don't do it. And the only thing holding them back is them, you know, and they could so be successful and they don't do it. And it's like exactly what Taylor said. If she put it in someone else's hand, it's someone else's fault. But at least if it stays with her, she knows, you know, it's up to her. And I actually think that is pretty amazing.
Straight from the Tortured Poets Department.
The Tortured Poets Department sold 2.6 million copies in its opening week.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
Her current Eras Tour is taking in over $17 million per show and
Per
is projected
show!
to earn over $2 billion in ticket sales. Stars including Tom Cruise, Ashton and Mila, Paul McCartney, Liam Hemsworth, even Prince William, George, and Charlotte have been in attendance, helping to make it the highest grossing concert tour of all time.
I don't think any of them helped, but yeah, whatever. But you know what I mean.
I love it when my lyrics
I think
get
all of
quoted
those
places.
people
like
help.
when I go on someone's Facebook
the
page
dancers,
and it's a
all the
fan
singers,
and
the
they've quoted
band.
one of my lyrics. It's such a cool compliment.
But the adoration of Swifties isn't the only love thrown Taylor's way.
Taylor Swift!
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
At 19, she became the youngest person ever to win the Country Music Association's Entertainer of the Year award.
I will never forget this moment because in this moment, everything that I have ever wanted has just happened to me.
You can't take them all.
I can't take them all.
You can't tote them all.
Yeah, I can.
I've dreamed about things like this and nights like this, but I didn't think that they actually happened in real life.
Over her career, Taylor's racked up 14 Grammys, 40 American Music Awards, 39 Billboard Music Awards, and 23 Video Music Awards, just to name a few.
I don't
my
kind of
God.
operate under the attitude of, oh, well, you know, I've won awards before, of course I'm going to continue to get nominated for them. And that keeps you in perspective. People are always like, you know, talking about people who get a big head and they lose perspective and they just all of a sudden are so hard to work with and they throw tantrums and they're like whatever. I think that's when you stop realizing that this could go away.
But it's not all hard work and no play for Taylor. She's also living her best life in love with boyfriend and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce.
As a YouTuber, could I ever get an award? I'd like get one award, maybe. Obviously, I got that. And we do have our second channel, G.O.T. Extra, and maybe I'll get another silver one day. Maybe I'll get a gold one on this channel. Maybe, who knows? That one's a bit more of a thing. But is it possible? Is there like a YouTuber award? There's the streamer award. Is there a YouTuber one? I'm too much of a small channel to get one. You know what would be the greatest thing ever for me is like one day there's like some sort of crazy award show where they talk about like genuine creators or genuine reactors or something like that. That's literally all I pride myself on. All I ever want to be known for is the guy for it, like you go to for a genuine reaction, you know? Like in a conversation when people talk about reaction channels they literally say, oh, if you want the most genuine reaction, you go to G.O.T. And that's actually like all I want. I just want this channel to be associated with genuine reactions to any kind of content. That means more to me than anything.
There's the biggest pop star in the world, Taylor Swift.
Time Magazine's 2023 Person of the Year has also proven herself to be a savvy businesswoman. When her former record label sold her master recordings against her wishes, she took back her power and re-recorded Taylor's version, massively outselling the original recordings.
I still remember the first fall of snow and how it glistened as it fell.
And the VMA goes to
Taylor Swift!
We wouldn't have been able to make this short film if it weren't for you, the fans.
I'm so proud of her. Every award, every speech.
Because I wouldn't be able to re-record my albums if it weren't for you.
The fans are the people who turned it into something very empowering, where when they were just saying to me over and over again, we want to listen to your versions. If you redo it, that's what we'll listen to. So if they hadn't done that, I don't think I'd be having this amazing.
This is a really great video, by the way. This is done really well.
It's no wonder NYU offers a class all about analyzing Taylor's career.
Just another picture to burn.
But before Taylor became, well, Taylor Swift, she was just a kid with a dream.
Look at little Taylor! Oh, I never get tired of seeing this video.
I think when I started playing guitar and writing songs, that's when I realized that it was what I loved more than anything. I was 12.
This is a song I wrote yesterday, and it's about a girl who's just different. Around it forever, never say never, you can do better.
Those home videos in Miss Americana are everything. Taylor was named after her parents' favorite singer, James Taylor. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania, but later begged her parents to move to Nashville.
I feel like Entertainment Tonight have done a fantastic job on this video. They really have. This is really good. It's a really nicely well put together video. I'm loving this so far. Random little bit of information, by the way. My eldest son got a guitar for Christmas. He's been asking for one for absolutely ages. We want to teach. The plan with my boys is they're going to learn a language and an instrument and a sport, and they get to pick what they want to do. And both of them want to do snowboarding like my wife and me do. We're both snowboarders, and both of them want to do it as well. So my eldest is actually already doing lessons. He does like 2 a month. He's been doing it for a year now. He's doing really well. And then like my wife is learning Japanese and has been for like a year and a half. So we think they'll probably learn Japanese, but their school does Spanish and French, like most British schools. So we'll see what they end up learning. But we wanted to make sure they learn another language. But the other thing was an instrument. And my youngest wants to learn the drums, so he's got a sort of kid drum kit. He's very young. But my eldest, he's 5. He wanted to learn guitar, so he's got a specialist like child's guitar, and he was super happy about it. And he's like literally gets it out and just plays it all the time. And we're gonna get him lessons sorted out. And yeah, it's just really cute.
Saw that it wasn't just a phase. They just jumped. They just moved across the country.
Mama and Papa Swift, man.
At 14, Taylor became the youngest person ever to sign a music publishing deal with
across the
Sony.
country.
In 2006, she dropped her debut album, and that's when we first met her backstage at the CMAs.
The album came out last week, and it's so exciting for me because I got to write every song on that album.
Your new single is Tim McGraw, correct?
Yes, my single's called Tim McGraw.
Look at her!
I hope you think my favorite song.
It's about to go into top 10 on radio, and you know, it's crazy
Look at
to me
her,
because
like
this song
just
I wrote in
smiling.
15
You can see the
minutes.
pure.
The first time I
happiness.
heard that song was the demo of it. I heard that she had written it in math class.
Taylor Swift!
I've almost wanted an ACM award, and I have one now. It's really exciting. This performance is a performance I've been dreaming up since I was about 10.
You should have said no, you should have gone home.
I had a meeting with the producer of the show, and I said, would it be crazy to have it rain inside? And he was like, done.
Yes, even then, Taylor was a creative mastermind. And at 18 years old, she knew how to deliver.
Was that on audio interference? Want me to repeat? Because I was rambling too, and I'd rather get a clean one. I looked in the camera, sorry. I always do that.
And she wasn't just clever, she was kind.
God,
you look nice.
What is that hair?
I always do that.
And she wasn't just clever.
I've never seen Taylor's hairstyle like this. I love that hair. I've never seen that look before on her. I love her hair like that. That is amazing.
Kind.
You look nice today. I like your outfit.
Nice to meet you.
Very glad to meet you.
How are you? You look awesome.
She was also ahead of her time, connecting with her
She is
fans
the best!
online long before Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
I wouldn't be able to make one of these videos. I just like, this is Taylor Swift. She's the best. Here's some videos of her just being the best. Wow, look at her. She's the best. Isn't she great? She's amazing. It's like 20 minutes. I'm like, this guy ain't saying shit, man.
Honestly, MySpace is what kind of helped me build to this level. I really like to put stuff about who I am as a person, because that's what MySpace I thought was supposed to be for.
So it was no surprise that her sophomore album, Fearless, went straight to #1 and stayed there so long, it still holds the record for a female country artist.
Taylor Swift! Is this a turning point right now in your life?
You know, you make an album and you write songs about real people and you tell your stories and you put yourself out there, and I don't think I ever imagined that the songs that I wrote in my bedroom would end up getting me this.
Yeah, long story short, that was just one of the secrets behind Taylor Swift's success. And she wasn't shy about sharing it all.
If I talk to you for more than 5 minutes, I'm probably going to write a song about you.
I write all my own songs, and so I'm inspired mostly by boys, honestly. So
I'm not a princess, this ain't a fairy tale.
But her rise to stardom...
I've always felt like when it comes to Taylor, it's like a reason so many of us feel so attached to her is because she just feels like us. And it's something that gets like Swifties made fun of. Is like people, when Swifties say like Taylor feels like just like one of us. And they're like, here's Taylor's giant mansion and private jets. And meanwhile, Swifties are like, she's just like me. And it's like, the thing is, that like you're put it this way, you can be friends with people in your life who have a different monetary sort of status to you. You know, that's not uncommon. Not everyone is on the same financial level in every friendship circle or even family. So I don't know why that's ever something that's brought into it. It is the personality. It is the inspiration. It is the person themselves. And Taylor is the most unusual celebrity on this planet because she doesn't feel like one. You know, it literally feels like any person you know in your life has been given like this superstar status and they just don't even know it's happened to them. Taylor feels so humble all the time despite being this just global sensation. And that's what we love about her because she's just genuine. I think genuineness is something that's so damn lost today, and like just someone being like kind. And I think that's what we love so much about her. It's just this genuine, kind human being. Just having fun, living a dream, you know?
Definitely came with highs.
Taylor Swift.
And lows.
Thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Were we surprised that this guy turned out to be a complete fuckhead and just an awful human being? No, I don't think we were. Because the signs were always there.
At the time, I didn't know they were booing him doing that. I thought that they were booing me. The whole crowd booing is a pretty formative experience.
Taylor was 19 when all that went down bad. But what's sweeter than fiction is that 4 months later, she won her first 4 Grammys.
Who wrote these
and in her next
lines?
chapter of music, 20-year-old Taylor had a lot to say.
Well, the album is called Speak Now. For me, this album is more personal than anything I've ever put out because the last 2 years have been really intense. I don't know exactly how I feel about something until I write that song about it, and that's how I know. Music has helped me so much in just getting through life. The name Red came from the idea that, you know, there are really, that color is a really bold color that to me represents really bold emotions.
Do any of the guys ever ask you in the beginning, hey, if this doesn't work out, are you going to write about me?
No, they say that in the ending. They do.
Yeah, why would you ever say that in the beginning? That's a fucking stupid thing to say in the beginning of any relationship. Not the song part, but just never say it to anyone. If this doesn't work out, don't say that. That's such an awful thing to say at the beginning of a relationship. Hey, I know we're together now, but if this doesn't work out, don't put any seed of doubt into a relationship, all right? What happens in the future happens in the future, but you don't wish ill on your future.
They say that when we're breaking up, and they're like, you better not write a song about this. And I'm like, oh, I won't, and then I do.
Call it what you want, but some fans' favorite songs are believed to be inspired by the men from Taylor's past. We're looking at you, Jake Gyllenhaal, John Mayer, and Harry Styles. And while Taylor has always dropped clues like an airplane necklace or a scarf, you won't catch her naming names.
I just feel like that's the one thing I have, though. Everybody takes everything else that happens in my life and makes it their own thing.
So you'll never tell us who it's about?
Probably not.
No?
Maybe in a memoir when I'm 80.
When she's 80? Imagine we're all wrong. You know, all just one day, it happens, she's 80 years old, releases a memoir, and we're all like, what? It's about that person? Eh? And just everyone's wrong. Every prediction, everything's wrong. I mean, look how bad we've all been wrong about Reputation. Fuck me, man. Jesus. Our clown makeup is still we're still finding parts. Shit, there's still some on the back of my neck. I haven't washed it all off yet. Nope, still there. Oh, the squeaks.
I mean, I think I feel things intensely. I think I write about things in a really intense way, and that's kind of how I take it out.
Look what you made me do.
Oh,
Looking
I love
back
that
on my
song
career,
in the
there
video
have been so many
so
different
much.
musical phases.
Yes, from country to pop to folk to a tortured poet.
I think I became really obsessed with poetry when I was in grade school, and then took it further and became a songwriter.
Taylor admits she loves a sad song, and there are some heart-wrenchers on this most recent album that Swifties believe are about singer Maddie Healy and her ex-boyfriend of 6 years, Joe Alwyn.
So long, London.
But Taylor also wants to be clear that with this record, the chapter closed. There's nothing left to avenge and no scores to settle.
This life that I live, where you write songs about things, even the things that don't work out, it's kind of like a justification system. You're like, you know what, that didn't work out, but it was worth something because it made me feel something.
Of course, we all know Taylor's latest inspiration, boyfriend and Kansas City Chiefs tight end, Travis Kelce.
Yay! Travis Kelce. What she just said there is something I really want to point out, and it's something that actually South Park had, where it's Butters in South Park says he's sad, but he's happy that something can make him feel that sad. And I think that's true. There's things in life that are going to make us feel really sad, and the idea of taking that sort of sadness away is what makes us human. You know, we feel all these emotions. I'm sitting here crying. I'm just crying, smiling. I've been crying this whole damn reaction, and it's because I'm happy. And I'm finding just the love and pure joy in just watching Taylor's journey and just seeing how much she's worked, how strong she's been, and how much she's overcome. Just people being dicks in her life, and she just shines, the brightest freaking star in the sky, man. And it's just I just sitting here just so proud of her, and I'm just listening to all of her achievements, and just my mind is being blown by how she's done all this, and at such a young age as well, and what she's gone through, and yeah, and I'm just that's what I mean, but I'm sitting here feeling all these emotions, and I'm showing them, and I feel that's something that we should embrace a little bit more. Like Taylor said, it's if you're sad and you feel these emotions, and that's pretty amazing. There's a lot of people who aren't going to feel emotions, negative and positive, and they're not going to have these experiences. So being able to have them and feel them, sometimes they suck, but it's what makes us human, and you can find some kind of magic in them, you know?
That line from one of Travis's favorite Taylor songs is rumored to come from this moment back in 2016, long before they ever met.
Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
Taylor Swift would be the Kiss, and then Katy Perry. What's the last one?
Flash forward 8 years, and sources tell us Taylor and Travis are doing amazing, and their loved ones see an engagement coming sooner than later.
It would be nice to have a family. I think that it would be wonderful to end up with the right person.
Well, Taylor and Travis were totally given.
I think I don't think we survive any announcement around Taylor and Travis, I think we all die, right? That's it. We're dead. I dead.
Wedding vibes when he made his surprise appearance on stage with her in London, wearing a top hat and tails.
London's always an amazing city. You know I gotta go support.
Of course, fans are convinced there are invisible strings tying these two together, proof that they're meant to be.
All along there was some.
The amount of fucking lyric references. Every time any reporter or news article or anything writes anything about Taylor, the amount of songs they have to like tie into it, you know? And you know they're like writing these like, that's great. And I got no one. I'm gonna put it. I know. I got 22 in there. That's crazy. Like they love it, don't they? They love it. So cheesy. I'm a sucker for cheesiness though.
Invisible string.
First, the numerology. Combine his jersey number, 87, and her favorite number, 13, and yep, that adds up to 100.
I like a guy with like a
What? Wait, what about 7 minus 8? Yeah, is minus 1. Plus 14 is minus 15. And then you take that to 0 and plus a 13, and that's 13!
witty banter kind of sense of humor, because after a while in a relationship you're going to run out of things to talk about. So when you do, it's good to have somebody who can laugh about nothing and talk about nothing and just pull jokes out of midair. Like a
Do you want to know what I feel like has made my wife and I such a strong couple? Is the fact that we're friends. I think it's that simple. I really do. I think, and this is true, out of everyone in my life, if I'm going to do anything, I want to do it with her. If I'm going to go anywhere, do anything, literally anything in my life, I want to do it with her. There's no like, and that if my friends are watching this, they might be a bit sad, but it's true. My wife is my number one friend. She is my number one pick for any activity in my life, and that she is my best friend. And like, if I'm watching a TV show or a movie or anything like that, every evening I just want to spend it with her. And it's because not only do I love her, but she's my friend, and I really enjoy her time. And I think that is so unbelievably important. If your partner can be your friend too, and you want to hang out with them more than you want to hang out with your friends because you enjoy their company, you know, and not on a cheeky level, even though the cheeky level is just as good as well, then you've really got something special there.
best friend, yeah.
Literally,
She's
exactly
so
what she
amazing
said.
at
Your
what
best
she
friend.
does, and to find that creativity, to see where she likes to pull things from, and just really how she listens to music is very eye-opening to me.
I'll be 87, you'll be 89.
Both Travis and Taylor were born in 1989, and then there's this,
I'll
the
be
first
87,
lyrics on
you'll
Taylor's
be 89.
2017 Reputation album.
Knew he was a killer, first time that I saw him.
That killer reference aligns with his Instagram handle, KillaTrav. And then there's this signature move they've both been making for years.
Oh yeah.
I've been the archer. You guys both are so busy. How do you make it all work? Is it just you prioritize what's important?
We're both very career-driven. I think we both love what we do. You know, any chance that I can, you know, show my support to her, and knowing that she's shown me all the support in the world throughout the season, it's just been an amazing experience, you know, getting to know Tay.
I never say never to anything when it comes to love. I'm really attracted to sparkly things and sparkly dresses.
Yeah, Taylor can polish up real nice, and while her style has evolved over the eras, one trend has stuck. Whether it's a mini dress, bodysuit, or knee-high boots, Taylor knows how to serve up the shimmer.
I love dressing up, you know? This is so much fun for me. It's big and it's really heavy. It's like 30 pounds. It's like walking around in a bag of rocks, but I'm really excited to be wearing this bag of rocks. This is Tiffany's, and these are all diamonds set in platinum. I'm wearing jewelry that is like so much more expensive than my house, I think.
You know what I find funny? That's not a brag from Taylor. That you can tell she's just shocked. Like, she's just telling people because she can't actually believe it. She's not there flexing like, yeah, I got this bling on my wrist. It's worth like more than a house. That's not what she's doing. She's like, this is fucking Tiffany's. This is worth more than my house. Like, could you believe this? This is crazy. That's what she's saying. She's actually just like shocked. It's like if you gave someone like a really expensive present and they've never had it in their life, and they're like, fucking hell, this is what? That's literally what she's like. Like, she's actually just surprised.
I've gone through lots
She's
of
like,
phases
oh my
with
God,
fashion.
can you believe
whether
what I'm wearing?
it's,
This is crazy.
Cowboy boots and dresses and curly hair, and then I got bangs, and then it's just like, I think one of my favorite things about fashion is how much you can change it.
There was the country glamour phase, then fairy tale vibes, and old Hollywood.
I take a lot of inspiration from fashion throughout the decades.
Draw the cat eye. Two of Taylor's go-to makeup looks, a cat eye sharp enough to kill a man, and that red lip classic thing that we like.
Either do a heavy eye or a red lip, never both, or else you'll scare people.
You'll scare people.
Kay's trick to keeping the lipstick in place: apply, blot with a tissue, dab with some powder, then reapply.
I just like red a lot more now that my album's called Red. I'm drawn to it more.
She's absolutely stunning, isn't she?
Taylor
She's
has
so
made an art
beautiful.
form out of coordinating her outfits with her album covers. We've seen it with Reputation, Lover, and Midnights.
It's me, hi.
But sleuthy Swifties think that in the months leading up to the Tortured Poets department, Taylor was secretly dropping track names with her fashion choices. There was the Amy hair clip, the Robin shoes, the Cassandra handbag, and her white dress and black gloves at the Grammys. Well, it was kinda giving the albatross.
I do wonder, because she says she's the mastermind, and I believe her. I'm not unconvinced that she's not my squirrel that we see on the roof all the time. It could be Taylor. We don't know. We don't know these things. So on one hand, I think it's a combination of both of what I'm about to say. Because on one hand, she's just this mastermind who just plans everything and manipulates all of us in the best possible way ever with these outfits and ideas, and just is this genius at doing it, right? On the other hand, it's just us Swifties completely looking wrong at everything. Taylor sneezes twice. We go, twice. That's two. 2 times this number, blah, blah, blah. She's talking about this! And, we just find something that isn't even there. She just, waves and we go, did you see how she raised her arm? 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds! She raised her arm for 3 seconds! And just, we just look into shit that ain't there. And I do think it's a combination of both. I think Taylor is a mastermind. I think she does leak and tease things in the most subtle and interesting ways. And I also think that us as Swifties just analyze everything and sometimes are totally fucking wrong. That is a beautiful dress, by the way.
Taylor Swift gave us literal movie star vibes, having a fling with Scott Eastwood in 2014's Wildest Dreams music video. But in reality, Taylor's Hollywood dreams already came true 5 years earlier.
You don't have to come.
I got killed. And,
what kind of injury is this?
This is a stab wound.
I hate you. I'm always
It's wet and cold, and I'm shaking. But the trick to being a dead body is you can't move, and you can't breathe, and you can't you gotta keep that stare at one position. It's hilarious.
No, nobody, no crime.
Yeah, there was a body and a crime back in 2009 when
How do they always do it with eyes? Do they just cut out the blinks, or do you just have to stare? Because look, ready? Go. I actually feel like I gotta do this for a really long time. Should I just keep going? I'm gonna keep going. Alright, how you doing? Hello. I don't really want to talk, I'm focused. Is anyone doing this with me? Am I crazy right now? I don't know. Oh, I blinked! That wasn't that long.
Taylor slayed her acting debut, guest starring on CSI.
You don't get it, do you? My life is over.
I'm obsessed with this show. It's absolutely my favorite show. I've seen every single episode of every season. Acting is one of those things that I've always loved. I started out in children's theater. I've always chosen things very carefully, and I'm going to continue to do that.
I have always really wanted to act in one thing properly or do voice acting in something. Hopefully one day I get the chance. I feel like it'd be really fun. A nice fun experience. I also really want to be part of Misfits in the future, at least once. There's a few things I want to do. I don't know how many of that's ever going to happen, but I'd like to do it. I can see the glamour in it,
I'm so glum. The sun'll come out tomorrow.
Getting to host SNL was such a thrill.
Hey, Joe, I'm doing real well. Tonight I'm hosting SNL. In my monologue.
I love
Taylor
that
came
she.
up with the whole concept
I love
for her
that. I
tongue-in-cheek
love that she
monologue
did
song.
this.
Yes, Joe, as in Jonas. And we loved seeing Tay flex her comedic chops while doing
Look at her,
impressions
it's
of Kate
amazing.
Gosselin,
I'm doing lots of press.
Shakira, and K-Stew in a Twilight parody, a nod to Taylor's then beau, Taylor Lautner.
Say it out loud.
Frankenstein.
The two
Have I
Taylors
seen
struck
that?
up a friendship while playing high school sweethearts in the rom-com Valentine's Day, which marked Tay's first time in a feature film.
Oh my gosh, I totally love him.
And I'm crazy about her.
I got to meet so many cool people, and hanging out with Gary Marshall is just such a fun experience. He's an amazing director.
This is the most random thing I've said, but I all of a sudden really fancy garlic bread. I don't know why. By the way, when I'm recording this, I'm on a diet for like a whole month. Trying to lose like a little bit of weight. Not that I'm unhappy with how I look, but I feel like I feel like this year could have some things that I need to like slim down a little bit for. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm on a diet, so I'm kind of hungry right now. So it maybe seem random to you that I just said I really fancy garlic bread, but it's not random to me. I really do just fancy garlic bread.
But things didn't end there.
Hey, do you want to see something cool?
Kind of looks like
Getting
the
to
girl
do
from
this voiceover
Despicable
role,
Me
it was
4.
amazing because I could do it while I was on tour. I could record the voiceovers during the day and then play a show at night.
Will you take me away from this madness?
You're gonna get the hang of this.
McCavity's a ginger cat.
Did it take a lot of persuading to have you appear in a Cats movie?
No.
No?
Nope. It was very easy.
It was very
All I had to do
easy.
was ask.
The feline lover went to cat school
Did it take persuading?
and wrote an original song
No.
for the film that earned her a Golden Globe nod, one of 4 over her career. And of course, Taylor's been serving up dramatic visuals in her music videos for decades, even transforming into a zombie
Yeah.
and The Man, which
The
took
man!
5 hours.
The man!
Everybody's like cute, wiggling, hey, you know what I mean?
Taylor
Did she like go out or anything and like trick people like with that outfit? Because she should have done so.
won a
With that
VMA for
disguise.
directing the video, her first of 3 in the category, something no solo artist has ever done. And that's not all.
Who's the person that's always sitting next to her at these VMA awards?
She broke records with All Too Well, the short film. It has almost 100 million views, and it won a Grammy, making her the first artist with a directing credit to win Best Music Video.
Yes! Yes!
Directing, I felt as fulfilled by it as I did when I craft a song and think about every aspect of it and it comes together and then it goes out into the world. There are so many moving pieces.
Up next, Tay will be making her feature film directorial debut. She wrote an original script that was picked up by Searchlight Pictures.
Did I read that you're one of the top 10 most powerful girls in Hollywood?
They're saying that.
Yeah.
I don't even live in Hollywood. How cool is that?
No doubt Taylor will have plenty of A-list friends
I don't
to
even
collaborate
live in
with
Hollywood.
because, let's
That's
be
hilarious.
honest, her real superpower, being a ride or die bestie.
One of my best friends is Emma Stone, so if I could ever act in anything with Emma, that would be a dream come true.
Reputation precedes me, and rumors I'm knee deep.
She is a very, very good friend of mine. We're both the same age. We both write songs.
I saw that like The Weeknd popped up there. Am I the only one who gets like a weird vibe from The Weeknd? I don't know, man. I get a weird vibe from that guy. Maybe it's just me and my overthinking brain. But that guy, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Is it just me? Maybe I sound like an arsehole right now. If I do, I apologize.
She is a very, very good friend of mine. We're both the same age. We both write songs from our heart, and yeah, it's a pleasure knowing her.
She's one of those women who I could basically base
I
my
love
character
Cara
on.
Delevingne
Just
so much. She's the best.
Endless
She's
fire.
great. She's so fun.
Characteristics of a great friend.
Oh, I think sincerity, like they truly mean what they say.
Ever
and
since Cara
they're
did
honest.
the GTA like
We just walked the carpet
radio,
together. She's amazing.
I just like love her.
She's been in my life for so long. We're kind of like sisters at this point.
There's Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid. Taylor let Sophie Turner use her
Yeah.
New York apartment during her divorce
Yeah,
from Joe Jonas.
Sophie
There's
Turner is
sort of
amazing
like
too.
a unspoken code that we're there for each other and we would never turn on each other. We're not gonna
Zendaya in
gossip
that
about each
video.
other. It's like kind of like this alliance that is the best kind of friendship you can have.
Fuck
A
yeah.
friend perk? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' kids are name-checked in Taylor's songs.
Her writing is so beautiful and it's so personal, and you can feel that. You can feel that in the way that she sings. You can feel that in her lyrics.
I love Ryan Reynolds so much. The guy is just the sweetest dude in the world, man. I love him.
Waiting for Taylor Swift to name your 4th child, so we gotta know, what are you calling your 4th child in the meantime?
Oh, all the letters are silent, you know, it just sort of sounds like a
4?
light breeze.
He's such a douche. I love him.
All right, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to become a singer?
Get a good lawyer.
Yeah, Taylor knows all too well about that. Back in 2016, she answered Vogue's 73 questions while giving a tour of her LA home. But she's dropped many Swiftisms to ET over the years, too. And we leave you now with more Taylor in her own words. Have a safe 4th of July, everybody. Bye-bye.
The best advice I've ever gotten was to be kind to people, also to take a lot of pictures. The worst advice I've ever gotten. Live it up, you're young. That's horrible advice. I mean, come on. I can't live it up. If I live it up, it's on national newspapers. I wouldn't change the way things have gone because I love getting to do this. And I live to write songs. That's what I live for.
That was a really good video, by the way. That was really, really good. I feel like there was one thing I wanted to talk about there at the end. That was it. There's a couple of things. I want to talk about the best and worst advice, and then I wanted to talk about when she said about the get a lawyer thing. Honestly, I have to say, shout out everyone who was recommending this. This is amazing. I already know this isn't going to do well for views. You know as a reactor when things are going to do well and not going to do well for views, and I know this one is going to be like, I don't know, 1,000 to 3,000 views, which is a shame because I think this is awesome. I think this video was so well edited. The information was brilliantly put together. I loved this. This was fantastic. A few things I want to say while they're in my head. First, when she said get a lawyer, my number one advice to YouTubers that I speak to when they're like coming up is get an accountant. And I'm saying this right now. Anyone who's getting in the entertainment industry, get an accountant. It's literally the first thing we did. Like when this became my full-time job, we got accountants. And like leaning onto that advice, you want to get accountants who specialize in what you do. Like as a YouTuber, we like looked at like regular accountancy firms, and none of them knew fucking anything. It was like talking to dinosaurs. They're like, so how do you spell YouTube? YouTube. And what is a YouTube? And you're like, you're going to be running this? I don't have faith. So yeah, and then we found like an entertainment specialist accountancy firm. And then they were brilliant and amazing. And I definitely recommend like any advice to any like people who want to get into any kind of industry like this. Accountants, fantastic. Lawyers are also brilliant as well. It is good to have a... this is actually true. I don't know if I've said this in any of my Swift videos, but law is actually something I spent most of my life studying. I did 5 to 7 years of studying law, A-levels and 2 degrees. I have 2 degrees in law and all sorts of stuff. And originally I wanted to be a lawyer. This is all true, by the way. And I always tell people as well, having a law firm on your phone that is familiar with you, even if you're not on a retainer with them, is very important. And you can have multiple, but it's very good to have a law firm on your phone. Because you want to make sure that if you're ever in a situation where you need them, they know who you are and you have a number to call. So I definitely recommend it. And that's for anybody, not even in the music industry. You should definitely be familiar with a solicitor's or a law firm near you, and you don't need to spend money to do that. It's worth just going in and talking to them, and they'll put you on their list. And it's something you can just do for free. Have a meeting with a couple of people, and at least then they know you. And then if anything ever happens, you have that number. It's very important. But the thing I also wanted to say was the worst and best advice I ever got. I can't think of the worst advice I ever got was actually from my mum. And this is the most simplest, smallest advice ever. But it was when I got dumped, and my mum told me that if I wanted to get the girl back, I should buy her something. And to this day, I think it was just the shittest advice I'd received. And I got like that for some reason that stands out quite heavily. I think it's because when I was younger I was quite like cold-headed and didn't really listen to anybody, but I listened at that point, and it was just the worst idea ever. I don't know why I did that. Terrible idea, bad advice from my mother. And then some of the best advice I ever got wasn't actually advice. It was just something someone said to me, and it stuck with me ever since. And it was that this old company I used to work for, the CFO that works there. So this guy who had a lot of money, very financially comfortable. I had a meeting with him once when I found out I was going to be a dad. And he said, "Oh, you're going to be a dad?" And I said, "Yeah, my wife is pregnant. We're going to be parents." And he just looked at me and he said that he just went, "Becoming a dad is the greatest thing I ever did with my life." And hearing that from a man who is wealthy and in charge of this company, and is like, it just put everything into perspective. it just like made me realize that no matter what financial aspirations or goals or anything you have, or like career goals, when it comes to being a parent, it will always be the greatest thing you've ever done. And talking to someone who has it made me realize that. And then when I had my boys, it was just like everything I do outside of being a father is just to power their lives. I literally see myself as a battery for them. Like, I want to be the battery pack that gives them the greatest lives possible, that charges their lives. And that is how I see myself. And every time they smile, it makes me smile. And that's where, like, my happiness comes from. And it's just everything to me. And every year, my New Year's resolution is just to be a better father. And it's the same this year. And yeah, I'll never forget that. Those are two things that stand out. What's the best and worst advice you've ever gotten? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I actually would really love to read those comments. If you can remember, let me know. But yeah, this was brilliantly well done. It really was. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. The information that was showcased, the interviews and the behind-the-scenes stuff, and just getting a look at how Taylor's feeling when different things were happening. I feel like it was very fast-paced and nice. Didn't feel like 23 minutes. It felt like 5. And yeah, I loved this. I'll leave a link to the original video in the description. You go check it out for yourself. And of course, the unblurred reaction will be on Patreon. But this was a lot of fun. And please let me know in the comment section down below what other reactions you would love to see on this Friday slot. If you put like a giant comment, or just like one thing or anything like that. I want the comment section just be filled with recommendations. Be like, this Friday slot should be this and this. You should do reactions to this. Let me know. Okay, put everything down below. We still got so much Taylor stuff to check out. You guys need to let me know what you want to see first, all right? And honestly, Happy New Year, and have the greatest freaking weekend ever. I love you, wonderful people. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.